Hello students, welcome to General English class, and today we are going to discuss tenses and concord. Actually students, tense is nothing but the relation of time and action. How the action is related to the particular time. So in tenses we study when the action has taken place. So it's just the action in accordance to the time, which we call as tense. We have three tenses in particular, that is the past, present and future, and then we have four parts of that. So in this video I'll discuss the present indefinite or the simple present as a whole. For what all is simple present used for? It's used for expressing habitual actions, for exclamatory sentences, and for the general or universal truths. Historical presents it's for the simple past, though it's in history, but it is used as a substitute for simple past. Then it represents an action in the future which is confirmed, like college reopens on Monday, but it's reopens, so the verb is in the form of simple present. Next, it represent it's a replacement of future tense in conditional clauses. So we'll just go through the examples, then you will be able to understand them much better. So like first one, expressing habitual actions. We see example, you can see here on the page, the bird fly in the air. It's a habitual action. All the birds fly in the air. Cows eat grass. So Abdul goes for a walk every morning. This indicates a habitual action. Then are the exclamatory, as I told you, which ends with exclamation sign. How fiercely the wind blows. There goes the dinner bell. Here comes the villain of the piece. In exclamatory sentences, we have surprise and we have the sign of exclamation at the end of the sentence. You can identify them from them. Then the general or universal truths which everyone knows, like man is mortal, or the earth revolves round the sun. The sun rises in the east. Sugar is sweet. So this is all which everyone knows. Then fourth one is the historical present. So it's used in place of simple past. The two boxers spared for some time. Suddenly Joe Louis jumps at his opponent and with a terrific uppercut knocks him out for the full count. So this was an action which is explained in historical sense, and it was being like a commentary which was used in simple present. Next, represents an action in the future which is confirmed. I have already told you that college reopens on Monday, so it will definitely open on Monday. We leave for Madras tomorrow. We'll leave for Madras tomorrow. So it is fixed that tomorrow we are going to leave for Madras. Next, the chief minister returns next Tuesday. I am giving the same example which I am giving in the picture from your book, so that you can easily understand them. So here the confirmation is there that chief minister will be returning on Tuesday. Sixth one is the replacement of simple future tense in conditional clauses. For this you must know the clauses. When you go abroad, who will look after your house? So it's a conditional, that if you are going abroad, you are leaving the country, then who will look after your house? So here we are saying when you go abroad, instead of saying when you will be going abroad or when you will go abroad. So instead of simple future we are using go abroad, that is simple present. Next one is, if I sell this car, I shall buy a Maruti. We are not using here if I will sell this car. We are saying if I sell this car, I shall buy a Maruti. So here also simple future replaced by simple present. So these are the uses of simple present which I have given you. And for your journal paper, this much is only required, not to go in very much in detail. Next we move on to the present continuous tense. When the action began in present time only, and it is still continuing, it is not yet completed at the time of speaking, the present continuous tense is used. So let's see how it is used. First point is that it represents the action going at the time of the speaking. First, it is raining. It means the rain is still falling. The child is sleeping. The child has not yet woken up. He is sleeping. Mother is cooking. So she has not finished up the cooking process. Secondly, it is used to indicate a future action, especially in colloquial language. Like, I am going to Kolkata tomorrow. We are talking about tomorrow, that is the future, but still it is used as I am going to Kolkata. He will be. He has not used will be, but it's saying I am going to. So it's used in a future indication, but it's the present continuous. The Milford is coming soon. So not will be coming, we are using is coming for. She is leaving for Delhi on Wednesday. So here the verb is telling us a future action, but the verb in the form of present continuous. So these are the examples. Like here two examples are given at the bottom of the page. You can see we are hearing a sound. It's incorrect. We can't say we are hearing. We hear a sound. So this is the correct form to use. Next, what we need to study is the third form, that is the present perfect tense. Present perfect. Present perfect expresses when the action is complete in the present time, when the action has just completed. This is the first expression. Like, I have finished the letter. I have finished the letter. So here finished is used. The third form of verb is used to express the present perfect. You have just finished the letter, writing the letter. Sishu has applied for a leave of absence. It means she has completed the process of applying just now. There, I have done my good deed for the day. It means you have finished doing that task which was given as a good deed of the day, the good work. Like the first year students are right now doing the Anandam work here. So this was the first example of the present perfect where the action has just been completed. The next one is to denote an action which began sometimes in the past and has continued up to the present. See, present you think is just at the time of moment. It's not. A little to the left and to the right is also present. If you express it as a diagram, you will see it. So when just before some 5 minutes, 10 minutes or this, that is also a present, and in that cases also we use what? The present perfect instead of past. We have lived in this house for several years, but it is not hours or it's years, but you are still living. So the action started in the past years, but it is still continuing. So we have not used here we had been living. Instead, we have used the present perfect tense. We have lived in this house for several years and still we are continuing to live here. I haven't seen Tom for a long time. Not only right now when I am speaking, but I have not seen it since before. So we are saying I haven't seen Tom for a long time. A little bit in the past also we have not seen him, or not now also we have not seen Tom. Third one, I have always wanted to learn the art of painting. Since long you were craving to learn, but still it is a craving only. You have not yet learned that art which you were longing for. So in that case also you are using the present perfect tense only. Okay. The third is referring to the past actions that cannot be attributed to a definite time. That time which cannot be properly defined is also expressed by the present perfect tense. Like, I have read all the plays of Shakespeare. You have completed reading the Shakespeare plays, but you are not mentioning the exact time. You cannot identify that time when you started and when you just completed. I have often gone to that theater. You have often visited to that particular theater, but not mentioning the exact time in the past. I have visited Japan and Australia. You have visited. You are just making a general statement that you have visited Japan and Australia, but you are not mentioning the exact time. You are not referring to the exact definite time. Okay, but the action has already taken place in the past. Then also you are using the tense, that is the present perfect tense. If you are using the present perfect, you should not express the definite time. So you should not mention, like here you can't say I have written to him yesterday or I have seen him last week. Instead, if you want to mention the perfect time, the particular time, you should say I wrote to him yesterday or I saw him last week. And if you are using the perfect, you should not mention the time here. Next, what we should do is the present perfect continuous. So when to use the present perfect continuous? Actually, present perfect continuous is used when an action began in the past, sometime in the past, and from that time till we are speaking, up to that time of mentioning that action, it has been continuing. So the action has been taking place, still it began in the past, but at the time of speaking also it is ongoing. The action has not yet completed. So like we have the first example here, Arjun has been swimming in the pool for 5 hours. It means that 5 hours before he started swimming and he is still swimming. Maybe he want to make a record or something like that. Sita has been staying in the college hostel. She has been staying in the college. So she is staying in the college hostel. She began in the past and still she is staying in the hostel itself. So Ram has been working in the garden all day. So he started from the morning, that is the time in the past, and since then he has been working in the garden only. So we are telling about an action which has begun in the past and still it is continuing. It has not yet completed. So they are continuing with that action. In that form we use the present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so this is how our present tense works. In the next video we'll continue with the past tense and next we'll carry on with the future also. So till then, keep enjoying and prepare for your exams well.